Hey guys, Ed here. Welcome back to Models and Beer. Welcome back, guys, to part 2 of our AMT Groove Moss build. This video here, we are tackling part 3. This is part 3 in the video. We are tackling part 4 in the instruction sheet simply because we skipped over the tires. The tires were on step 2. We went ahead and skipped over that for now, so we're a step behind, or a step ahead, I should say. So this one here, we tackled the rear suspension, and not really a whole lot to talk about here, guys. It was just a few parts, and most of those were just off the chrome tree. I did run into a couple of little issues, and I'm going to go ahead and point those out to you. There is a way to work around those so that if you're building this, I'll save you a little bit of a hassle. So first off, and I want to show you this little piece right here. Okay, now I'm not sure what this is. This is it here. It looks like it's some kind of a small radiator or something like that. And the problem with this, not really well, I guess it could be a problem. It is a problem because I don't know where it goes. If you look at all these other parts, they got all these little dotted lines and they show you where everything goes. This guy is just floating in space. It gives you no indication as to where this goes. So I have no idea. It's just floating out there. And if anybody knows where that goes, maybe put it in the comments so I know where to stick that thing. For right now, its home is just going to kind of be right there until we can figure out where it lives. So yeah, and we are not putting the exhaust on yet, simply because it's one of those things that can break off easily. And we're going to do that at the very end after we put the body on, because I got a feeling the body's going to be a little bit fiddly, and I don't want my big stubby fingers breaking off these exhausts. And the same with these carburetor stacks here, guys. We held off on those also until after we get the body on. Then we'll do that and the exhaust as like the very last thing. So here it is here, and like I said, everything went together fairly well with this. I didn't really have much issues. We put these braces here on, and we put the brakes on. We did some rear axles. We did a differential. And one thing to note, this is the drive shaft here. I did not put the drive shaft in, and I'll tell you why. If you're going to be putting this drive shaft in, I'm going to highly recommend that you do it before you put the motor in. Stick it into its hole. You can see the hole right there. Right there, that's where the drive shaft goes. However, it is down deep inside of there, and you can't get to it with your fingers. I tried using it with tweezers, and it's such a tight fit. I thought about going in there and reaming it out, but I thought, you know what? The seat is going to be going in over top of this. You're not even going to see that. And you got the body work that goes over top of that. So really, that's not even going to be seen. I don't think it's going to be worth the hassle. I could get it in there, but I don't think it's going to be worth the fight to do so. So I'm just not going to put the drive shaft in. However, if you want to put it in, like I said, do it before you put that motor in. Stick it into transmission, then put your motor in. We put this head pad in, helmet pad. I made that the same color as the body, the macaw blue. Yeah. And another thing I want to notice is here. Now this piece here, this L-shaped piece of chrome, you put that in on step 3, okay? And you'll see that on the previous video that we put this piece in. And then on step 4, which this video they have us putting this in. Now here's where we run into a little bit of a problem. It's not a problem if you know about this ahead of time. This piece here has a little bit of a bow in it so that this piece can slide in, okay? However, this piece does not fit through that little bit of a slide, and I'll tell you why. There's a hole that this piece sits into. There's a little nib at the end of this that goes into that hole. That does not clear this piece here. I had to not break, but I separate these two again so that I could get that piece in, and then I re-glued that. Fortunately, I was able to get that off there and put it back together without any damage to anything. So just a heads up, if you're building this, hold off on putting this piece in until you get this piece in, okay? So I do got a little bit of video, guys, of the build, not as much as part 1 and part 2, simply because there's not that much to it, and a lot of it was kind of, my hands were in the way because it's small stuff, and it's like, you know what I mean? You'll see in the video. Let's go ahead and play that video, and then we'll be right back. Hi guys, that about does it for part 3 of our AMT Groove Boss. Honestly, I think a lot of the problems with this kit, and this is only up to so far, we still got the body and everything to put on, but it seems to me it's a lack of instruction. And it seems like every issue that I've dealt with so far, if I had done it in a different order, it wouldn't have been a problem. I think if you buy yourself 2 of these and you build one, your second one would probably come out almost perfect because you would know what to do on the second one. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully by watching this video, maybe I can save you from having to buy 2 kits and you can get it right the first time. So yeah, guys, there we have it. We've completed step 4, the rear suspension. I still need to find out where this guy goes. He's the one floating in space up here. So let's just do a quick run through really fast before we end this video of, the problems that we did run into so far. And one of the major ones is this piece here. Needs to be put on before, or needs to be put on after you put this one on, because this goes in behind it, but it doesn't tell you that in the instructions. So do not put this one on until you get this one on, and then that goes over top, no problem after that. What else do we have a problem with? The drive shaft. I would recommend you put the drive shaft onto your motor before you install your motor into the frame, because you're going to have a hard time getting to it from this backside after you've done that. And yeah, and your seat's going to cover that anyway, so I wasn't really too concerned about it, So what else do we have a problem with? I think that was pretty much it so far. But yeah, and another thing I'll show you really fast is another problem that happens here is there's just basically one piece of artwork for this instruction, and they're all facing this way. There's nothing showing you from the back, okay? You got your exploded view here, but then after that, everything is this piece of artwork, see? And there's nothing showing you from the back side. And as we move forward, it's the same thing. You do not ever get to see the back side of this. So it's like, where does this piece go? It's floating, and there's no images to show the back side of this. Everything is this view. So yeah, I think that's another issue. If they give you another drawing of the back, maybe that would save a lot of problems. I don't know, but so far it hasn't been a terrible build, guys. It's like I said, maybe this few errors that I did run into so far I shared with you, and those are avoidable, but it's a lack of instruction, I think, is the problem so far with this kit. So I invite you back, guys, on our next video, which should be out in a couple of days, and we're going to be finishing up this area here. It says wheels, but I don't see any wheels in this thing here. Just regular random pieces that are going to be going in. So that's going to be our next video. And then we got one more to go after that. That's when we're putting our body on. So guys, stick around. I appreciate you following along with our AMT Groove Boss build, and I will see you on the next video. Y'all have a great week. Bye-bye.